Students, now we are going to begin with the line. We had done first half of the poem. Now we are going to begin from Sophocles. Sophocles long ago heard it on the Aegean Sea, and it brought into his mind ebb and flow of human misery. We find also in a sound a thought, hearing it by the distant northern sea, the sea of faith, which was once too as full and round earth's shore lay the folds of the bright girdle, furled, but now I only hear its melancholy, long withdrawing roar, retreating into its breath. Now, what has been said in this line? Long ago, Sophocles listened to the sound of the ocean, the Aegean Sea, the sea that is between the Greece and Asia Minor, was found Asia Minor, and he says that Sophocles also had heard the same kind of sound there at Aegean Sea, and he also found the acute sadness in the sound of the sea. It is not that Matthew Arnold is listening to this kind of sound. This was observed by Sophocles also. The sound reminds him that all the wild confusion and the distress prevailing in the human life is only there because of the belief in the signs. Now he also says that the sound reminded him all the wild confusion. Like Sophocles, we are also reminded of eternal human misery as we listen to the slow sound of this northern sea water. Now the poet is also saying that the way we, just as the sea is full now, once upon a time, the word was also full of the faith in God. The sea was here becomes a symbol of faith. Once the sea had encircled the whole world, and now the sea is fast retreating, leaving behind the brave naked shingles, and as a wind of the night begins to blow. The harsh reality is symbolized by the naked and dreary pebbles on seashore that leaves mankind sad and dejected. Now he says that Sophocles many years ago has heard. Sophocles was a Greek dramatist. Okay, so Sophocles long time ago had also heard this kind of sound, this kind of sad sound at Aegean Sea. Aegean Sea is a sea between the Asia Minor, between the Greece and Asia Minor. Now he had realized in his mind the ebb and the flow, the waves coming and going back, and it is not the sound of waves in the sea coming and going, but it is a sound that is depicting the human misery, the misery that was a result of the great confusion in his mind. We also in a sound we find also in a sound a thought, and he says that Matthew Arnold says that we also find the same kind of thought in this kind of sound which we see when the waves come and strike to the pebbles, hearing it by this distant northern sea, the sea of faith. We also hear this sad kind of sound while standing at the northern sea. This is not an ordinary sea. The sea was a symbol of faith in God. The sea, our faith in God, the sea was once too full and round earth shore. This sea of faith was once full of water. It means people had firm belief in God, and it happened long time ago. That the sea was full, and it had encircled the word. And round the earth shore lay like the folds of the bright girdle, the way a lady wears an ornament around the waist that is known as girdle and appears beautiful. In the same way, this sea was once full of water and had surrounded the earth from all the four sides, making the earth look beautiful, keeping the heart of people brimful of faith in God. And hence there was love and harmony in the word. But now I only hear. Poet is saying, now I only hear its melancholy. Now I only hear the sad noise, long withdrawing roar. Now I only see the sad voice, the sad noise made by the waves going back, withdrawing roar, roaring kind of sound made by the waves while it goes back, retreating to its breath, as if when the sea waves retreat back, when the sea waves go back, it makes a withdrawing roar, it makes a roaring kind of sound of the night wind. As a night wind blows, the waves go back, producing a withdrawing roar down the vast edges when it strikes to the edges of the sea. Deary, it produces a dull and gloomy kind of sound and naked shingles and leave the small pebbles. Shingles means small pebbles. When the waves go back, they produce a dull and gloomy kind of sound because the water is less, and leaves the naked shingles and leave the small pebbles naked and dirty of the word. And this is not actually the naked shingles, it is the mentality of human being, that once people start losing their faith in God, they start behaving in a very different manner, as they don't trust each other, they are devoid of love, they don't have faith on each other. Definitely the condition of people becomes miserable. The condition of the society appears quite ugly and dirty, exactly as the small pebbles which are left behind when the waves in the sea go back. The same sea which was full of water and used to give a beautiful appearance to the pebbles which were there in it. Ah, love! Ah, oh my love! Let us be true. There is only one thing. Ah, love! Through this line, poet has addressed his beloved. Ah, love! Oh my beloved! Let us be true. Let us be true, trustworthy to each other. Let us be true to each other. For the word which seems to lie before us, because the word which is there in front of us is like a land of dreams. No matter, it's a new word. It is giving us so many new things. It exactly appears as if this new word is like a land of dreams. It has got various kind of new things. They are so beautiful. They are so new. But they are so new because it is the emergence of science. But in reality, the new word doesn't have the joy, doesn't have the love, doesn't have the light, doesn't have the gratitude, doesn't have the peace or help for the pain. He says that Matthew Arnold tells his beloved that let us be true. In this world of confusion, if we want to survive, let us be true. Let us be true to one another, as a word which seems to lie before us, as a word in which is waiting for us, where we are going to survive, is like a land of dreams. This new word is like a land of dreams, which we sometimes believe and which we sometimes don't like to believe. It has got various kind of new things. They appear to be beautiful, they appear to be new, but actually in really the things are devoid of joy, devoid of love, devoid of light, devoid of gratitude. There is no peace, no help, or no help for the pain. So this new word is quite challenging. Then he says that, and we can hear on this darkling plain. We are standing on this dark field. We are standing on this dark plain, swept and confused. We are standing very confused. Alarms of the struggle. We are listening to the sound of danger and the fight where ignorant armies clash by night. Our condition of the word is exactly as if we all are standing on the dark land. Our mind is full of confusion, and we can see the sound of dangers, of struggle, and the fight between the two armies, two ignorant armies, which are clashing, which are fighting with each other during the night time. The condition of human beings today is exactly like two opposing armies. We fight with each other in total darkness without knowing whom are we hurting. Are they our friends or our foes, that is enemies? So we are living in a great confusing world, which is denoted by darkling plain, and we have been swept with confused state of mind. We have been confused, and there are the sounds of dangers, the sounds of struggle, the sound of fight, and exactly our condition is exactly like the two ignorant army that clash by night, that are fighting in the darkness. They don't know why are they killing each other, whom are they killing, why are they fighting, are they killing their friends or they are killing their foes. So this was the explanation of the poem.